World Champ's solo stage is coming, and if you're grinding ranked to prepare, you need loadouts that don't depend on your team doing their job, because in solo queue, they won't. We built 10 loadouts, 6 for respawns and 4 for search and destroy. Every one of them is designed to work when you're the only player on your team who knows what they're doing. The very first loadout is your default loadout. It's the one you spawn with when you don't know what you're walking into, and you just need to start getting kills. We have the VMP as the primary, the best close quarters SMG in the game. Overclock for faster operator skill charge, quick fix to keep you going between gunfights, dead silence for stealth. For the operator skill, we're running the claw, but this slot is flexible. Equalizer, Sparrow, Death Machine, War Machine all work. Just go with the one that fits your rhythm. Semtex and Smoke for equipment are always reliable, so it only makes sense for us to use them. Score streaks are UAV, Shock RC, EMP system, and advanced UAV. Why the EMP? Because persistence is so common in ranked right now that having an answer for those high-cost score streaks, which are by the way completely annoying, so you need to shut them down. Same foundation as the first loadout, but this time we're moving differently. Instead of running 4 score streaks with the EMP system, we drop that and take a second red perk. Skulker for strafe speed or lightweight for sprint speed, depending on the gun. The rule is simple. On guns with slower base strafe like the USS-9, VMP, or Bison, we use the Skulker as it directly fixes their biggest weakness. On faster guns like the Fennec, QQ9, or Sten, lightweight makes more sense since you're already strafing well and the sprint speed compounds with their aggressive playstyle. We're showing this with the USS-9 and an Annihilator, and the Annihilator's versatility pairs better with the USS-9's mid-range identity than the Claw does. The Semtex and Smoke stay, and everything else from the first loadout carries over. When the map doesn't make sense for you to use an SMG, just pull this one out. We're showing it with the LK24, but it works with an Odin, AKN-44, or any AR from flex to long range. Use Dauntless as the first red perk. It deflects slowing effects and burning damage, which is useful against Manowar Thermite players. Quick Fix and Dead Silence are obvious choices. The last perk slot depends on the gun. Skulker on flex ARs for the strafe boost, or Overclock on passive ARs where you're holding angles and farming your operator skill. Get Molotov and Trophy System for area denial plus projectile protection. Annihilator as the operator skill, since it's the best all-rounder with a mid to long range primary. We're going with the usual 3 score streaks, UAV, Shock RC, Advanced UAV. Straightforward, effective, and it adapts to whatever AR you want. But the next 2 loadouts take a very different approach to firepower. The PKM's firepower is so absurd that the entire loadout is built around one idea: stay alive, stack kills, call in score streaks. The perk combination goes Overclock, Quick Fix, Dead Silence, but you could swap Overclock for Hardline if you want score streaks even faster. Go with the usual 3 score streaks plus EMP system because you're going to farm score streaks and you need the EMP ready when the enemy's persistent score streaks come in. We're going Shorty as the secondary as it's the best panic option when someone closes the gap on a gun this slow. Go with the Annihilator for the operator skill, and unlike the AR loadout, you're not rotating. You're picking a sightline and making it your property. The PKM does the killing. The loadout, just make sure you live long enough to keep doing it. 2 guns, every range covered. No situation where you don't have the best weapon available. The SO-14 handles anything past mid-range, and as the #1 gun in the game, it handles it better than any AR or DMR you could run instead. The VMP covers close quarters, and together they leave 0 gaps. Molotov and gas grenades for equipment, as the gas grenades prevents enemies from shooting and slows them, and the Molotov burns anyone holding a position. Overclock, Quick Fix, Dead Silence, and the usual 3 score streaks. For the operator skill, the Claw fits the VMP's aggressive rhythm, but honestly any operator skill works here. Annihilator, Sparrow, Death Machine, Gravity Vortex work. This loadout relies on having the 2 best guns in the game at the same time instead of the operator skill. Every ranked player needs one anti-score streak loadout, and the Manowar with Thermite rounds handles anything in the air or even on the ground. The Tempest is there to handle Juggernauts and Goliaths. Cold-Blooded keeps AI score streaks from locking onto you. Dauntless prevents you from killing yourself with your own thermite rounds. With these three in the mix, no score streak in the game survives. Thermite and gas grenade for equipment, though EMP works too for destroying score streaks. And go with Dead Silence for the remaining perk slot. You could run Demo Expert instead, but Stealth is more useful in most situations. Since using the Manowar Thermite as your only actual killing weapon is miserable, we're running Overkill with the USS-9. That way you swap to the USS-9 for actual gunfights, pull out the Manowar Thermite only when score streaks come in, and switch back to your main loadout once the sky is clear. That covers respawns. Now for Search and Destroy, where every loadout decision matters 10 times more because you don't get to respawn and fix your mistake. For the first one, we have the go-to aggressive Search and Destroy loadout, built to rush, get early picks, and abuse restock. Here we have the VMP as the primary, but as 10, PQ9 or Fennec all work here. We're running a secondary pistol because it's S&D and you need one. Lightweight for faster rotations at round start, paired with Dead Silence and Restock. Semtex and concussion grenades are the core of this loadout. Restock means you always have a concussion available. Throw them even when you think you barely need one. It either stuns the enemy or scares them off position, and both outcomes are worth it. For the S&D score streaks, just go with UAV, RC, and Hunter Killer Drone. And the last perk slot is really up to you. Your options are Toughness for gunfight consistency or Gung Ho for reload safety depending on the style you want to play. This is the loadout that works with literally anything. Shotgun, sniper, AR, DMR, it doesn't matter what you put in here. The key difference from the last loadout is smoke grenade instead of concussion. Smoke fits every playstyle, whether it's offensive pushes, buying time, covering diffuses, or blocking sniper sightlines. It's honestly the most versatile tactical in the game. For Search and Destroy, Lightweight, Dead Silence, and Restock stay the same. The green perk adjusts to the gun, so go with Gung Ho for CQB weapons and shotguns, or Toughness for snipers, ARs, and DMRs. Go with the same as in the score streaks. Now, does a smoke swap deserve its own loadout slot? Absolutely, because this single loadout covers every gun, every map, every side, and every situation. If you only have room for one S&D loadout in your class setup, this is the one you keep. Now we're getting into double weapon territory for Search and Destroy. We have a VMP for close quarters and a 3-line rifle for long range picks, so every distance is covered with no compromises. We're running Restock with Trip Mine and Trip Sensor, which is honestly the most oppressive equipment combination in S&D. Plant them on a flank route, and you get both the kill and the information for free. Toughness for gunfight consistency, Dead Silence for stealth, and the usual S&D score streaks. Close range push, VMP. Long range hold, 3-line rifle. Need to lock down a bomb site? Trip Mine and Trip Sensor do the work while you rotate. You're ready for basically anything with this loadout. It's strong, it's versatile, but it's not the ideal S&D loadout. That one is up next. This is the one, the best Search and Destroy loadout in the game, and it's not even close. CX-9 Burst for close range for a 1-trigger pull and 1 kill. SO14 for everything else, because the #1 gun in the game doesn't stop being #1 just because you're in S&D. Together you have the most lethal options for every single distance. We're running Restock, Contact Grenade, Trip Sensor, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence. The Contact Grenade gives you information and damage at the same time. Gung Ho keeps you mobile during CX-9 reloads. Same as in these score streaks, whether you play aggressive or passive, offense or defense, short lines or long lines, this loadout answers everything. The only scenario it can't handle is 3 people jumping at you at the exact same time. And honestly, not a single loadout in the game can handle that. This is the loadout you take when winning is the only thing that matters. If you're grinding world champs, start here. Those are the 10 loadouts you need for solo ranked in Season 3. But a loadout is only as good as the gun inside it. And if you don't know which guns are actually dominating the meta right now, none of this matters. We just made a video for the top 20 guns in COD Mobile right here.